person and a family?
Yes.
Was Jennifer's son covered on her health insurance?
No.
Was Jennifer covered on her health insurance?
Yes.
Was James?
No.
Does your policy provide any assistance or insurance for mental health treatment?
Yes.
You said you are associated with Jennifer on social media. Did you ever see a post about a gun?
Yes.
Do you remember when you saw that?
I don't know exactly when. It was in the past couple months.
Okay. And what was your reaction to the post about the gun and her son?
I was kind of like, okay, I wouldn't have done that, but kind of moved along.
Okay. And why were you? I'm not sure how to characterize but would you say you thought it was odd or different, or it's not something you would do? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Not really appropriate, but.
And why not?
Something I would not have done with my child.
Okay. Did Jennifer ever talk to you about guns?
No.
Did she ever talk to you about her son?
No.
Do you know if Jennifer was at work on November 29th?
Yes.
Do you know that because you saw her, or it was recorded that she was at work?
It was recorded on her time card.
Okay. Did you see Jennifer on November 30th?
No.
Did you talk to her?
Yes.
And do you know if she came into work that day?
No.
You don't know, or she didn't?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I did not see her.
Okay. So, but at some point you talked to her, and how did that come about?
I only talked to her when Andy Smith came into my office and had Jen on his cell phone.
And what was Jennifer? Do you remember about what time that was?
Midday.
Had the news of the Oxford school shooting been made public at that point?
I don't know.
Do you know if you knew anything about it before he came into your office?
I knew nothing about it.
Okay. What was Jennifer saying on the phone?
She was very hysterical. I don't recall verbatim. Very hysterical. She was trying to get to the school. I believe she was talking about, the gun was missing. She was concerned about it could be Ethan.
When she said the gun, did you know what gun she was talking about?
I was assuming it was her handgun. I saw on social media.
You're assuming it was the same gun that was posted on Instagram, got
Yes.
my son a gun on early Christmas present? Is that
Yeah.
the post? Okay.
Yes.
And did you ever see the exhibit that's up on the screen, the math worksheet?
Yes.
When did you see it?
I saw it at the same time Andy Smith came into my office with Jen on the phone. He put his cell phone down and pulled up the picture of that on his phone.
And did you take a good look at it?
I did.
When?
While she was talking on the phone.
And what was your thought?
My first thought was, this boy needs help.
Okay. Did you say anything about it?
No.
Okay, so you were just listening to
Yes.
Jennifer? Okay. And at some point, did you talk to Jennifer again that day?
Yes.
How many times?
Maybe one or two. I don't recall how many.
And what was the purpose of did she call you or did you call her?
I believe she called me. I did not call her.
Okay. And were you ever involved on any calls that she and Andy had later that day?
I believe we were on a call together.
Okay. What was the purpose of the calls from Jennifer?
I recall one conversation. She was afraid to lose her job.
Do you remember what time that was?
I don't recall the exact time.
Was it during the work hours?
It was during work hours.
Okay. And what was your response?
Our response was to tend to your family and don't worry about work. Just tend to your family. Let's talk about it next week.
Did you get another request to come to about work?
Yes.
And what was it?
It was this same request that she didn't want to lose her job. She was afraid to lose her job. And another senior leadership, Nancy Lutfi, was with us on the phone and stated that she was going to be on administrative leave for the next couple weeks and just to not worry about work.
What did Jennifer say?
Thank you. She said to tell our senior leadership thank you.
Did she ever say she wanted to come into work?
She did.
When,
Yes.
What did she say?
That she wanted to come in. She thought she could possibly come in a few days later, maybe for a half a day to get her mind off things.
Later that week, the week of the shooting?
Yes. What day was the shooting?
Tuesday. November 30th.
Yes. Thursday or Friday.
So she wanted to come in back to work that week.
Yes.
And what was your response?
We said, no, you're on administrative leave.
Okay.
Don't worry about coming into work. We'll talk in a couple weeks.
And did you ever hear Jennifer ask to leave work to take Ethan to her son to the doctor?
No.
Do you know, did she ever talk about him getting any kind of medical attention?
No.
All right. Did she ever talk about her horses getting medical attention?
I think a few times she had mentioned the vet having the horse was sick.
Okay. One moment, Your Honor. I'm all set, Your Honor.
Any questions on behalf of Jennifer Crumbley?
Yes, Your Honor. I want to go through the November 30th date with you. When you were with, it sounds like Andy Smith, and he came into your office with Jennifer on the phone. Do you recall that?
Yes.
And you testified that she was hysterical. Did I get that right?
Correct.
Can you describe what it means can you describe what you mean by that?
I don't recall exactly what she was saying. I know she was just very upset. She was trying to get to the school. I believe she said the roads were closed off. She was having a difficult time getting there. We had said to her, call the police. She said James already did. The gun was missing, but she was just, I don't recall exactly what you said, but she was just really upset and hysterical.
Did she sound panicked?
Panicked? Yeah. Yes.
Was she talking fast?
Yes.
You and Andy were trying to just get her to at least stay calm. Is that correct?
Yes.
It was a separate phone call when Jen was asking if she still had her job. Is that correct?
Yes.
And she told you part of the reason she didn't want to. She told you she didn't know how to handle this. Correct?
Yes.
And she doesn't know. She told you she needed information from you so that she could get money to pay for a lawyer. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes, I think she wanted check stubs.
You would be the person to contact for check stubs or verification of employment, correct?
Yes.
And Jennifer explicitly said she needs to get a loan to pay to have a lawyer, correct?
Yes.
So any kind of check stubs or documents you needed to prepare, she would have asked you for those materials, correct?
Yeah, as an active employee, she still had access to her check stubs. She just had to log into the payroll system.
Okay, but if, like, for example, a loan officer needed documentation or something, as the HR person, you can send those materials along, correct?
Yes.
Now, as you were talking to Ms. Crumbley, she also sent you a different email address to send any materials to from her pay stubs and things like that, correct?
Yes.
She indicated to you her Outlook isn't working and she needed you to use this other address.
Yes.
Okay. So the bulk of your conversation is really about these logistics, about pay stubs, this is happening, and in the background, you know, she's driving to the school, she's frantic, trying to get there, correct?
She wasn't driving to the school about the conversation with check stubs.
I'm sorry, so the check stubs conversation was after she had already been at the school.
Yes.
It's fair to say during that conversation, she still sounded upset and not like her normal self.
She was upset, not as hysterical as she was earlier.
When you spoke with police, you told them how Jennifer had offered to come back to work. Do you recall that?
Yes.
And specifically, you said that Jennifer said she wanted to come back to work maybe half days the following week. Do you recall telling law enforcement that?
I don't recall, but I may have.
Does that sound accurate?
It sounds accurate.
If anything, you and anyone else from the company that you were with that day was supportive to Jennifer Crumbley, correct?
Yes.
Everyone at your office that you were around that day was surprised by what was taking place at Oxford School.
Yes.
School. Ms. Crumbley was also asking you questions about how much is in her 401k, things along those lines, correct?
Yes.
And she's trying to get the company ID for sites like Paylocity. Is that a payroll company you use?
Yes.
You were trying to help her with that because even that site was having issues that day, is that correct?
Yes.
So a lot of your conversations with Jen regarding her employment, HR issues, those are not topics that would surprise you that Jennifer would call you about, correct?
Correct.
If Jennifer in the past was having an argument with Ethan or something along those lines, that's not something Jennifer would have come and talked to you about, correct?
That is correct.
If she had done that, that would be unusual.
Yes, we didn't have that kind of relationship.
So you had certainly a professional relationship.
Yes.
Where the questions about her job, payroll, pay stubs, proof of employment were relevant to what you do for the company.
Yes.
Your office is not far from Jennifer's, where Jennifer sits, is that correct?
It is a good distance away. Yes.
You've been down by her desk?
Yes.
And you've seen that she has family photographs and things like that?
Yes.
On her Facebook feed, you saw the photograph of the gun in a post from Jennifer days before, is that correct?
Correct.
And you never spoke with Jennifer about that post?
No.
You testified that it was not appropriate. It would not be appropriate in your mind for you to post something like that. Is that correct?
Correct.
It's fair to say you're not into guns.
Correct.
It's fair to say you don't go to the shooting range and enjoy that kind of a hobby. Correct.
Correct.
And based on Jennifer's Facebook, there were pictures of targets after they had gone to a shooting range. You saw those as well?
Yes.
Okay, and you saw the photograph of the gun?
Yes.
In terms of Facebook overall, Jennifer also posted about vacations, camping trips, things along those lines. Is that correct?
She may have. I don't really read people's feeds, so I don't know.
Okay. Did you go back and look at her feed since November 30th when everything unfolded?
No.
If I told you that there are photographs, family photographs, things like that, would you be surprised?
No.
When was it that you saw the math page during the day of November 30th? Who showed you that page?
Andy Smith had it on his phone when he came into my office, and then he pulled that up while she was talking.
Did that happen when, before or after the first call when Jennifer was on her way to the school?
That was the first call that I was on the phone with her and Andy.
And I'm sorry, so you saw this photograph before that phone call?
No.
I'm sorry, tell me the order of events. I'm missing it.
When Andy Smith came into my office and put Jen on speakerphone was the first I've learned of anything. and he brought that picture up on his phone at that time while she was talking hysterically, trying to drive to the school.
You did not talk to her, though, about the contents of that page, anything on there, correct?
No, correct.
It was the kind of thing where you're having a conversation on speakerphone and Andy was showing you what Jennifer had sent to him.
Correct.
And when you looked at it, you thought that boy needs help. Is that correct?
Correct.
And when you saw that drawing and knew that there was something going on where mom was headed to the school, you didn't call police or anyone to make anyone aware about this drawing. Is that correct?
I did not call. Correct.
And at that point, when you were speaking to Jennifer, Jennifer didn't go over the details on the drawing with you.
No.
When you were on the phone and Andy and you had a conversation, were you aware that Jennifer was concerned Ethan may be suicidal?
Yes.
Did you become concerned that he was suicidal?
I too much was going on. I didn't really have time to think. I was trying to process what was going on. I did not know the whole story.
And you would agree with me that that day when you were dealing with Jennifer Crumbley, she was processing a lot too, and it was an unordinary day. Is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
Any pause on the objection? Nothing on behalf of Mr. Crumbley. Any regret?
Briefly, Your Honor. Counsel just asked you about, you weren't surprised by the conversation you had with Jennifer with benefits and getting money out and pay stubs, and you responded that you weren't, correct?
Correct.
Okay, but were you surprised that just a couple hours after her son murdered children in a school, she's asking about her job?
Yes.
And she also asked you about pictures. Did anything strike you unusual when you actually cleaned out Jennifer's desk?
Unusual, slightly.
What was that?
Your Honor, may we approach, please?